podcast that he started with his homeboy. So none of this is making sense.
I ain't want to do no mother ass. I'm a motherfucking rapper. Got millions of dollars. I don't need to talk to other rappers. What are we talking about? I did the podcast for Mitch.
I'm sure it's a lot of y'all that know about the video that circulated a few months ago where Lil Yachty not only embarrassed himself, but y'all remember when he really embarrassed one of his closest homeboys, and y'all probably know him by Mitch. And both Lil Yachty and Mitch had a podcast together that was going very well at first. But when Yachty hopped on IG Live and he told thousands of people that he was done with that and that he was cutting off Mitch, things changed very fast. Cause I'm sure y'all seen it in my last video, the stuff that Mitch been tweeting out lately, he honestly lost all his passion. He didn't even know if the podcast was really coming back or not, you know what I'm saying? And the friendship that he had with Yachty was just cooked. And for the people that don't know why Yachty is mad, let me just inform you like this and make it very simple. You see, this tweet right here blew up on social media. And let's just say it was a disagreement between Yachty and Mitch, you know what I'm saying? Because they homeboys, they go way back, you know? But the clip is very controversial because a lot of y'all were confused on why Yachty would just talk to his friend like that. And I ain't gonna lie, if you watch the clip, you can really tell that Yachty he went too far, okay? It was lame. And if you want to be informed on what they was arguing about, you can go watch my past video, but I'm not gonna go deep into it because that's not the point of this vid. But just know it was just a small disagreement, okay? And once that clip got out there of the way that Yachty was talking to his friend Mitch, right, and trying to downplay him, yeah, things didn't look good for Yachty. And I'm sure we all thought the podcast wasn't gonna come back because Yachty said it.
Yachty low-key like Nutty Professor, just a younger version. Like he like Nutty, Nutty Professor. That boy do like Nutty Professor. Oh God.
Himself on IG Live, y'all remember he said, man, Mitch, I only did that podcast to help him. Then he said, I'm a rapper, why the f would I do a podcast? So at that point, people knew things were cooked between him and Mitch, you know what I'm saying? And y'all seen it for the past tweets that Mitch was making. He was trying to get the podcast back, but it was already too late. Yachty was really mad because Yachty wanted him to clear things up when the clip had circulated about him being weird and talking to his friend a certain way, but it was clear as day that Mitch was only trying to clear up the situation because he wanted to keep his podcast. That's it. And for these past 3 to 4 months, Mitch hasn't been saying anything for real. I know it was tons of y'all that said in my last video, why didn't Mitch, branch off and do his own thing? Well, that's a great question because I honestly don't know. Because here's the thing, we don't know if Mitch was on a contract or something. He couldn't talk, he couldn't make his own channel or something like that. But let's be real, why would Yachty do something like that? But here's one thing that we know, Mitch does have an audience, okay? And he really should have took the chance to use these 4 months to create his own channel and really do what he wanted to do, a podcast, talk about music, because people found Mitch funny. People still enjoy Mitch. I be seeing it all the time. Y'all be commenting, yo, man, we miss Mitch, bring him back. But let's just say he did the complete opposite because today the situation really got worse, and out of nowhere Yachty made a post that the podcast is coming back and there will be a special guest. Now, first of all, it's already surprising that he's bringing the podcast back, okay? This the same guy that said he would never do a podcast. He's a rapper, but he's bringing back.
Contradicting yourself, Yachty. Contradicting yourself. Choose what you want, and that's wrong. Like, you gonna do all that. I mean, I ain't never seen the clip, but you gonna do all that, you feel me? It's like, my boy, I wonder why he didn't continue to make more like videos though. He really should have kept going though.
The podcast that he started with his homeboy. So none of this is making sense, okay? But let's just keep going. Now, I'm sure when he made this post asking people, who do y'all think the special guest would be? There was a lot of people assuming that, it could be Mitch. But if you actually go check the bios of the podcast page, Mitch's name is nowhere to be found. So at that point, things is looking bad already. You know what I'm saying? We don't know if Mitch is coming back or not. We don't know if Yachty finna put a rapper on there. What is happening? And later on that night, there was an episode that dropped, and Yachty actually did the podcast with Lil Baby instead. No Mitch to be found. Nobody from Concrete to be found, just him and Baby. But yeah, after that, we did actually get a few tweets from Mitch, so let's see what he talking about. So after the episode dropped, he said, don't worry y'all, I will be on the next episode of my own show. I'll see y'all in 2025. Then he said, I have a lot to talk about and I'm gonna get my bitch back. I'm just waiting until after Christmas. Then he said, but in the meantime, hit my line if you need a BBL. Got officially certified in September. Now I don't know if he trolling or not, but whatever, bro. And Caribou had
not the flex, the BBL. Hit me up if you need your butt lifted, man. Right now, I'm doing this in the meantime. But don't worry, I'll be back. Hit me up if you need your butt lifted, baby.
reply hyping him up. So yeah, and somebody replied and said, not gonna lie, twin, I'm not waiting that long. He said, cat. And after that, he just started tweeting out stuff that got nothing to do with what's going on. So yeah, but it's clear as day that Yachty and Mitch, they went their separate ways. You know what I'm saying? Of course, Mitch was trying to get the podcast back, but that didn't work out. And I'm actually curious to ask Yachty, why would he keep the podcast going when he literally said, yo, I'm a rapper. Why would I do a podcast? I was just helping my homeboy out, but you're doing one right now. And don't get me wrong, people are mad at Yachty. People are really upset with him right now because what he did was corny. It was lame, but at the same time, Mitch is kind of in the wrong too because he had 4 months to really do something. And I'm sure y'all don't want to hear this. I'm not disrespecting Mitch, but when Yachty ended that podcast, he kind of proved this point because Yachty said it himself. Mitch is very lazy. He could have been branched out and did his own thing. You know, I don't know his whole life or nothing like that, but if you really did have a passion for talking and stuff like that and doing podcasts, bro, then you would have been got something started right after you was done. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you weren't gonna make money out the rip. You know what I'm saying? But at least you would have something going on for yourself. You had an audience, bro. You could have got monetized like this. But of course, I don't know the situation. I don't know what he was going through behind scenes. I'm just glad that he said that he's coming back in 2025, which is good for him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know when he gonna be starting in 2025, but whatever. Even though they not on the best terms, him and Yachty not cool no more or whatever, bro, at least we know. And hopefully, you know, Mitch actually moves on and starts his own thing, you know, for real. Because I hope he ain't just making these tweets for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Of course, what Yachty was saying and what he did to you was a little lame, okay? Dudes can be lame here and there. I'm not saying that Yachty is the worst guy in the world, but what he did to you was lame. But you could have took that time to really do.
Like that's like using your fame and everything to double cross somebody. That's fucked up. Especially if this dude like been with rocking with you since, bro. That's messed up, bro. That's real messed up, bro. That's why you can't, like, you gotta watch who really your friends nowadays, because some people, they'll get that money, fame, and everything and switch, bro. Turn quick. Like, they'll be a whole nother person. You don't even know them for real no more. For real, bro. Like, you really gotta know who really your friends, bro, because shit like this happen.
Do something, gang. And you still got the time, but you need to hurry up. But I do got a question for y'all. How do y'all feel about Lil Yachty? So before I start talking, I'm gonna just go ahead and pass it to my boy Ant.
Now, once again, we are here talking about Lil Yachty in a topic unrelated to music. And the craziest part is, with all these controversies recently surrounding his name, it's really to do with his own people. And we know he has this ongoing feud with Caribou. Duty just posted about it yesterday, but man, she's the one who's fueling this. That should have been over. As well as a little follow up on when he ended his podcast with Mitch after there, in the kindest way of saying it, you know, awkward dispute about money, about where people are at in life. And when they were childhood friends, it was a weird clip. Now, the thing about Yachty is, in both of these situations, he's not at fault completely. People aren't gonna single-handedly not like him because of that. But just collectively, it seems like the mainstream media hates Yachty more than ever. And they've always hated him, but in a new way. Not in the same way as Red Hair Yachty. This Yachty Drake sidekick era is different. Like, if you're not a Yachty fan, you're seeing what these people say. Arrogant, privileged, lame. Nothing that's come out about his name has really saved his image. Of course, a song would do that great, but as y'all will see, especially later on in the video, this man sells through his personality and his image. His music isn't the hit factor no more. And that's not to say his music is bad, but man, there's a reason when I come on here talking about Yachty, it's always something related to the music. And this all leads me to the controversy that Duty had me hop on this video for. This man, he ended his podcast with Mitch after that argument, but now went on to do a podcast with Drewski that people are saying might be a full-on series. Now, if it's a one episode series and people are already online making all these assumptions, this is exactly what happens with him. Something comes out and he's quickly misjudged, and it's like that reputation stays regardless. But if this is true, it don't shock me. I just told y'all one reason he gets hazed because he contradicts himself. To prove that, Duty literally reminded me that this man Yachty went live and said, I didn't even want to do a podcast. It was only for Mitch, only to come out and do this with Drewski. And
like, I just feel like, Yachty, you just go get some money, find you a nice location, pack your shit, go stay out the way. I mean, you made your money, bro. Like, what is there left? You made your money, bro. You had your run. You know what I'm saying? You know, you did what you did. Now I think it's time to go just lay low. Just go enjoy yourself, bro. Yeah, go enjoy yourself, because I just feel like at the end of the day, bro, it's not about hating you, like niggas trying to cancel you. It's just like you're doing it to yourself, gang. Like, you really just doing it to yourself. And it's not a good look. It's not a good look, gang. It's just not. So take that money, go somewhere low key, enjoy yourself, get you a nice little bad bitty, enjoy life, bro.
Not even just that, so much about his image as a content creator in 2024. His music is not what's keeping the empire built. We know this, but this is why all of these conflicts hit even worse, because that's what comes with being a content creator in the media. When you move like a content creator, you're gonna be treated like one, and rappers are gonna have a harder time being taken serious if they move like one. If you look at rappers whose personalities sell more than their music, they're a lot of the times clowns. Soulja Boy, Blueface. I know Yachty isn't horrible at making music, but I'm just saying, when you have an image as a rapper and you're this known, but it's not the music that's keeping you in the headlines, man, it's usually not good things. And what does this even have to do with the topic, man? It's just to tell you, like, the way people react with Yachty, it's really because of the boat he's in. Not even just saying that, it's because his surroundings. He's very different from other rappers. He stayed relevant in a very different way, in a very new gen way. And for that, like, people really either like him or they hate him and feel like he doesn't belong. It's interesting. But yeah, this man's wicked judged. If he wants to go do a podcast with Drewski, man, stop feeling bad for Mitch. This man, he wants to be a full-time creator. Realistically, he keeps like having the chance to really shift over and be loved by the people, but then something happens. Either he says something or he's in the headlines for something that just makes people question him again. That's the price you pay as an artist trying to convert. And he could also keep dropping these music videos on YouTube. If one goes viral, now he's right back in that door. A lot of people will argue he's been in that door. Man, he just isn't selling when he actually drops a tape. Like, these TikTok fans do not count. They do not count. But man, shout out Duty. This is really just what I think about Lil Yachty and where he stands right now in his career. Of course, this situation too, but I think this situation is telling about how he's perceived in his career in general. So, but yeah, it's been your boy Tantos. Y'all show some love to Duty, and I'll catch y'all, man.
This the same.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like the contradicting is not helping him. So he need to take some time to rethink. You feel me? Collect your thoughts, like, really just think about what you want to do and stop, like, going to the internet for everything. You feel me? Like, stop letting the internet be the first thing you go to when shit turn left or shit didn't go like this, and then try to say this and then you not keeping your word. You feel me? It's not a good look, bro. It's really not. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments about this video, man. I love y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell, because I'm dropping almost every day.
Shit, I'm thinking I'm cribbing a pimp. Shit, I'm cooking up dope like it's dinner. Shit, that conference gon' sit nigga trim. Shit, I'm floating, I'm out in the blimp. Shit, it look like I'm swimming in glass. Shit, I turn on my bitch cause she bad. Shit, I'm making